And welcome back to the Rome Show podcast. I'm your host, Go Rome, and I'm here with Chris, Leadership Center. Chris, this is part two.
Great, great.
So, part one was a very good episode. Um, how long have you had this open? Like,
Yes, for about 18 months now.
okay,
So we spent about 6 months renovating, and then it was November of 24 that we started having and hosting clients on site.
okay, good. How has the community responded since you've been open?
Well, it's interesting. Certainly, the feedback we received from our clients, primarily businesses coming here for leadership development programs, for trainings, for team experiences, very, very positive. And so for our clients that have been here and that have used us and know us, the feedback's been fantastic. What's on us now, and thank you for this opportunity, is just to continue to get the word out, continue to um, ensure that the business community and that anyone that could use a space like this, associations, other organizations, know about us. Because, of course, it's like, how do you continue to advertise? That's the most important thing to make sure we have a pipeline in place of more business.
You guys are doing pretty good. You guys are always doing something on social
Oh, great. Yeah,
media. Yeah.
thank you.
So, what's your vision for the Leadership Center over the next 3 years?
Well, the vision, whether it's 3 years or long term, and let's just say 3 years is long term, is to be able to expand so that we have curated the outside. So right now, as I mentioned, we have 20 acres of property. We have access to the Farmington River. Right now, that's a little bit more in a natural state. I want to be able to more specifically curate the path down to the water so that we can have experiences that are on the water, whether that's um, being able to allow classes and folks that are doing experiences here to go on the water with, say, kayaks, or just to be more specifically down near the water. We'd love to be able to put in some walking trails. Once again, it's 20 acres. Right now, it's very natural. We'd like to make sure that that's curated so there are walking paths, and so that during a break and at lunch, we can say to people like, "Hey, here's a walking path for you. Like this one's kind of a quarter of a mile path down near the water." So really curating the outside space would be one. The second is that we've begun an initial study as to whether we could do a boutique hotel that's right next door outside these windows so that we could have a 60-room hotel, because so many of the clients we're talking to, and we partner with some great hotels that are right down the road, and we have a transport company that brings our clients in every morning and then takes them out to dinner and brings them back. But to be able to have a boutique hotel right here on site and really make it an experience where you're here and you're on site for a 2 or 3 day experience, and then you really just know I'm putting my stuff down and I'm here for the experience. That would really be a part of it as well, and just continuing to at every single opportunity include even more technology into our space, including more creature comforts for what we're delivering. So I'd say those are the three aspects. And then year 3.5, the helipad, so people can come right in.
Oh, nice.
Helipad last.
Right. Come in for a meeting, go down to the water, go for a nice walk, can stay right at the hotel. You don't get no better than that.
Yeah, it'd be great, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then we can expand it to fishing experiences and all of that. So
yeah,
yeah.
that'll be real nice. So, you got these spaces for businesses, big businesses, small businesses. Do you offer like, say somebody wanted to do what you do, or they needed like training in business? Do you do courses or?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for asking. So, yeah, it's interesting. Like, there are, in fact, two businesses that I own. So, the first is, I have the shirt on, Connected Approach. So, Connected Approach Partners was founded in 2022, and that is my leadership development, executive coaching, and team experiences business. So, I built my career as a HR leader, both at GE and then at RTX, and really spent my career in the space of talent development and coaching. And so when I went out on my own from my corporate job and founded Connected Approach, I did all of that, but I did that either remotely or at client sites or at third party sites. Then, when I bought and founded the Leadership Center Connecticut, is when I started to not only have the space for my clients, but also to open it up to other consultants, coaches, other businesses to say, hey, if you want to work with your own coach or consultant, you can still use Leadership Center Connecticut, but certainly to the extent that it's my clients for Connected Approach where I'm doing the training, where I'm doing the facilitated team experience, I'll say to folks like, hey, if you want to do a third party place, obviously Leadership Center Connecticut would be the best spot for that. But it is two separate businesses. And I've been sort of working over the last 6 months to ensure that I'm growing both businesses as their own separate entities. Yeah.
So you're working on two businesses now. Is there any times throughout the week you're just like, man, I just need a break from everything, shut everything off, and just go fishing, go for a ride?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Yes, the thing that I really find that I love and that I really keep for myself is my daily walk with my dog. So I make sure every night I take the dog out. Hopefully, my wife can join me, and we can just both have a wonderful opportunity to really experience the joy of walking our dog. He just loves going for walks, and just to get out and truly not have our phones with us, one of and just relax while getting exercise. Whether it's a nice day or a not so nice day, I still find it completely joyous. It's a funny thing that, of course, dogs are 100% joy, so that's not hard for him. And then to just see him sort of enjoy the get out and go, and once again, like I think in any undertaking where you're a solopreneur, when you're going out on a journey, and you're on this journey as well, I know it is an exercise in remaining calm, in staying present, and really asking myself, like, am I okay now? Like
Yeah.
checking in with yourself. It's like, hey, still have the evening ahead of us, still have the routines of life that are able to facilitate some level of normalcy. Because I think when you turn around and decide you're going to swim upstream when everyone else is going downstream, and I'm sure you could tell me the same thing, there are voices in either in your head that are just your old self that are just like, what are we doing? This is scary. It's like, yeah, it is scary. Like, yeah, kind of going against the current is scary. And then, of course, so many well-meaning and loving people in your life it, are going to be asking you, like, what are you doing? What happens next week? What about 6 months from now? What about a year from now? What about all the things you've done to this point that weren't this? And so you can be consumed by that, by by those questions, and um, it's it's real easy to panic, real easy. And so having those things to look forward to every day, very simple things, free things, joyous things, is really, really important because then I'm able to just check in with my body, check in with myself, breathe, just appreciate um, the the joy of being a living, breathing human being. Because one thing I studied in college was anthropology. So you go back and you're like, okay, humans, hominids, sort of like upright walking people-ish, whether that was Homo sapiens or Neanderthals or whatever, have been around for hundreds of thousands of years. And it's only in the last couple hundred years that people were talking about all kind of the modern pressures, right? The pressures of career, the pressures of work, the pressures of all the infrastructure we build up around our lives. And I'm not going to leave this world with any of those things.
Right.
I'm not going to leave this world with any of those things. And so and not that I'm going to just go live down by the river by myself, but like just to sort of think about the human experience in a way that sort of at that 50,000 foot view. Because if you go down to 10 feet, it's going to get very noisy very
Yeah.
quickly. And just things, and look, I've had a few health scares. I'm recovering from cancer. And I always tell people, like, when you're on that gurney and you're going into surgery, it's not about your 401k. It's not about, all these other things. Like, it's about if it all goes down today and the next couple of hours, by the way, like, have you done it? Whatever it is, took that leap. It doesn't have to be that people have to buy a leadership center or start their own business, but it's like, have you tried to live things as fully as you intended? And if you can try to answer yes, because who knows? Maybe the answer is I'm down the wrong path right now. I don't know. I'm trying to pursue the right path. If you're trying to do those things, then like it's a lot easier if the lights go out, in surgery, which I guess is a little dramatic, but it really does give you a lot more focus of like, oh yeah, this wonderful, crazy existence that is life is pretty fragile. And once again, I'm not going to leave with the ball cap. I'm not going to leave with any of this, the sneakers, anything. It's just going to be whatever happens next when the lights go out. I don't know what that is, but it's a lot more about the experiences and the truth that we're trying to pursue than all these other day to day fears. I'm talking way too much,
No, it's
and I'm,
fine.
and
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry, but like, there's that show Naked and Afraid, and like I think about this experience that I'm on right now, kind of like Naked and Afraid, meaning like I was just talking about like living like a Homo sapien from 3,000 years ago, right? Like, yeah, okay, you're huddled around and like you're trying to get the fire started for the evening, and maybe all you collected was like a little lizard, and you're trying to you
Yeah.
cook the lizard so you can eat the lizard, right? That's like really really scary, really scary. But it's kind of like being on the show, meaning like there's still a camera crew right there.
Yeah.
And the moment I call cut, like they'll take me back, they'll wrap me around, they'll bring me to some food, and then like I'll go off and I'll go live a modern life. So like what I'm doing right now, if it absolutely all goes terribly, okay, I think I can apply for another job. I think I can get hired somewhere. I think like the cameraman's kind of right off camera. Like I can just kind of like say to myself in the modern world, like, okay, time to go pursue a full time job and figure this out. Maybe you pick it up some other time of your life. Maybe if someone else runs it. All these different options. So once again, just trying to really ask myself, why am I nervous about this? And what's really the consequence that's going to happen if if this goes terribly wrong? Well, I go back to regular life. Maybe it's not what I want right now, but it's like, okay, okay, that's all right. I've lived that life. I went to the movies on a Friday night after that life. Like, it's like, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Good one. Good one. That's a good point. I'm big on the dog walks too, because those really help. I got a poodle, two poodles.
Oh, I have a golden doodle.
Nice.
Yeah, and of course, the best part of the golden doodle is the poodle. Smart and so beautiful. Yeah.
What color is he?
He was like a kind of a bronze, but now he's like a tan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One is white and one is black.
Oh, great, great. What are their names?
Bentley and Nova.
Oh, beautiful.
How about you?
Uh, our golden doodle's name is
Yeah. Nice.
Rex.
Good. Good. So that was a good. You touched on a good base right there. What should people know before booking a space?
Just that we really are a trusted third space for teams, organizations, associations, any group that needs to make hard decisions. Because if you really just need a place to kind of put your stuff down, there are all these other spaces where it's more economical, where you don't need, quite frankly, the specialness of what Leadership Center Connecticut is. But if you really have tough decisions to make, if you really have to connect as a team for things that are important and special, like we walked around with the visionary suite, the sage space, myself and my staff, the amenities that we offer, we really want folks to think like only if it's when you need a special space for celebration, for decisions, for the team to take it to the next level. That's when you really want to be here at Leadership Center Connecticut.
Good one, good one. Got a couple more. How important is environment when it comes to being productive and collaboration?
Oh my goodness, you just asked the golden question. It's interesting. So often we think about why we're meeting or why we're getting together, and the what, like what are we going to accomplish and what needs to get done before the end of the day or before the end of the session. But we skip the how people feel, how the space makes you feel. One of the best compliments I get, and I tend to get it at least once a day from someone who's attending a session here. And I think when you attended a session here for small businesses, you pulled me aside and said something like this, and that is how the space makes you feel. That you feel connected, that you feel welcome, that you feel like, oh, I could actually come here every day if I had to. That's exactly the feeling that we're trying to generate, because if if kind of like the thing that's sort of between the why and the what, like how you feel invited, welcome, special, connected, capable, um, comfortable. If that's how you feel when you're here, and then you bring that to the conversations you're having and the decisions that you're making, and what you might be strategizing on, or the new, like the innovative idea you're coming up with, it's going to be better because you feel like it's, as I said, a sacred third space. So, and quite frankly, I take it very personally. It's why I greeted you at the door, just like I greet everyone here at the door, because I truly want people to know you're welcome here, and this is a space where you can do your best
Yeah, and that's something I'm working on is getting out more, putting myself out there, talking to different businesses. As soon as I came in, I just felt welcome.
work.
Felt like I've been here like many times.
Well, I hope you come back. I hope you do more Go Roam podcasts here. And this is the open invitation to you, honestly. Anytime that you want to meet someone in a third space and they don't have a great space for you to be at, for whatever reason, the other spaces you're using don't work, this space is your space. And that means complimentary, and it's not complimentary because you showing up the leadership center to your guests is good stuff for me too. So please consider it going forward, because we partner with other media organizations, and they'll call me and say, hey, I got something coming up, I got an interview, can I use leadership center? I'm like, as long as there's not a scheduling conflict, absolutely, because you using our space, it becomes that blended ecosystem of shared collaborative marketing, and we all need that. So please, it's on video now, so our space is your space, and for you to be able to leverage it like that, especially when, as I said, the other spaces that you typically use aren't available or just aren't right. Use Leadership Center Connecticut, and it'd be our pleasure to be a second home for your podcast as well.
I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind.
Please, please,
Yeah.
please, please.
All right. Couple more.
Okay.
For small businesses and owners that are going to be watching this, uh, why should they invest in spaces like?
Yeah, I think it depends on what the session is, and certainly when we're working with a nonprofit organization or a small business, we want to work with those businesses on rates as well. So one thing that's first and foremost important is that we have published rates that are on our website, et cetera. But if you're a small business that wants to either work on important meetings with your team, or you want to do interviews or onboarding here, and you want there to just be a place where you can look differently at your current office environment or your current workspace, this would be the place for you. And and to be able to celebrate what you have going on and just get an out almost like an outside perspective on the issue that you're looking to solve. That would be when we'd love to host you for a session here at Leadership Center Connecticut.
Yeah, you guys will definitely take care of everything too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. From once again, from all day snacks and drinks to your technology needs to your space needs, absolutely, we want to make sure that that people feel both comfortable but also inspired.
Right. And since you've been doing this for a while, what's one thing you think people overlook when planning events or meetings?
I think they overlook the importance of privacy. Um, when when you book a space at Leadership Center Connecticut, we're going to make sure that we understand what your needs are. Could be in a room like this. This is one of our breakout rooms. Could be in a larger room where it's really part of a senior team meeting or a training for your employees, or kind of almost a leadership center. I'm sorry, a leadership team kickoff meeting in our safe space where you have 40 of your top leaders and you're getting together for a couple of days. We're gonna the first question we ask is what's the outcome you're looking to generate for this meeting, so we understand what it is, and to ensure that you have the privacy to have the meeting that you need to have while also feeling the specialness of the space. In many other spaces where people are going for offsite meetings, the primary nature of the business is like for a hotel, for example, it is for people to stay there, or it is for people to maybe have lunch at their restaurant there. Uh, if you're at a banquet facility, well, they do banquets on the weekends, they do banquets in the evenings. And those are wonderful facilities. But are they meant for learning, leading, connecting, growing, inspiring? No. So we make sure that for everything from our tables to the setting to the chairs can all be configured so that it's directly related to the outcome you're trying to drive.
Yeah, and it all connects right together too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So privacy, that's my answer. Yeah, yeah. Don't
Good,
underestimate that.
good one. Last question is, what's the next for you personally as a business?
Yeah, it's really to continue to advertise and get the word out for, and this is why I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be on the Go Roam podcast, is to continue to get the word out on the fact that Connected Approach is still leadership development, executive coaching, team experiences, and Leadership Center Connecticut is the third party venue for anyone that's looking to have their most important meetings off site and in the third space. So just continuing to get that word out, and for me, um, to continue to spin those plates of the businesses, spinning Connected Approach, spinning Leadership Center Connecticut, so that we can continue to serve our clients that we have now, but also to meet new clients and new people and be able to solve their problems with and for them.
Good one. And one life quote, like what's one life thing that you go by every day? It's mandatory. It's essential. Like no matter the good day, bad day, you just have to tell yourself.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I have the quote upstairs in my office, but it's go all the way.
Good one.
So the and Leadership Center Connecticut is really a manifestation of that. It's like if I keep going and I continue to go all the way, I haven't been stopped yet.
Right.
And so if I just continue to go all the way and continuing to dive in, good things are going to continue to happen. I don't know where the line is between like going all the way and manifestation and keep going, but there's kind of this like blurred line or sort of middle of those concentric circles where that sort of Venn diagram where the more I'm being brave and continuing to put one foot in front of the other with the leadership center, the more things continue to happen. So it's like, all right, all the way, all the way. That's my quote.
Good one. You don't stop. You keep going. More great things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you wonder, it's like, well, what is that then? Is that manifestation? I don't know, but it's working so far, and so I'm just going to go all the way and keep going.
Good one. Very good podcast. This is part two. Thank you, Chris, for making time coming on the podcast. I'm your host, Go Rome, the Rome Show Podcast, Leadership Center, Connected Approach. Book your space now.